Did you see the cigar I posted on? You don't follow messages on Instagram, do you?
I haven't been on Instagram in like a month.
I was smoking a cigar 2 nights ago, and I did a video, but it didn't record. And I said, "Hey, Billy," and then I stopped it. I started to record it. It didn't record, and then I got it to record. And Leanne called me out. She goes, "Were you going to call him Billy?" And I went, "Yeah." And she goes, you don't call him Billy." And I went, "Leanne, just shut the fuck up." She's like, "No, I'm not going to let you."
Talk to your wife like that?
Yeah. All right, maybe I shouldn't. No, I make it up. It's make believe. I have a pretty regular.
You know, I saw a thing the other night where these two neighbors just escalated their fight until the one neighbor shot and killed both of them in fucking cold blood. And what was the guy like? It was basically a guy, I think, that his whole life he was in control. And he was a great dad and all that type of shit. And he buys his little house in the middle of fucking nowhere. Yeah. And then these people moved in, and they were like sort of hoarder, junk, sort of funky, hippie sort of vibe, right? And they were right across from him. And he didn't like the way they were living their lives. And I don't know, it just started fucking escalating. And basically what happened was the road that they shared, they had to back out of their driveway onto his property. So he started planting a garden in the middle of the fucking street, and the dude backed over it. And then finally, he fucking put a boulder right. They couldn't even get their fucking car out. So the guy comes home from fucking the restaurant with his wife, and he's pissed. And he goes in, he grabs a sledgehammer, and he has a heart condition. And he's fucking slamming it. Yeah. And she's going, "Jared, stop it, Jared." They had on 911, the fucking him coming down and killing him, right? She's going, "Jared, stop it, stop it." And he goes, "Shut up." And they had talked the whole time how much in love they were.
Yeah.
And it was so sad. Then the guy shoots him, and as he's getting shot, he says, "I love you." But I'm going to. I mean, that really took you guys down.
Where's this? What were we talking about?
Because that's how you talk to somebody you love.
Oh, yeah.
You tell them to shut up, and then when the neighbor comes over to kill you, you're like, "Oh, yeah, I love this person."
Yeah.
And then you say it in that moment.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I have a more depressing story than that.
Oh, yeah? You want to go back and forth?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Our street's a one-way street, but there's a Starbucks by our house.
That's so sad.
No, and so this guy, one time I'm walking.
Do you ever come down the wrong way?
I get really upset when people drive the wrong way down our one-way street. It drives me nuts. I talked to my therapist about it, and he goes, "What can you do about it?" And I said, "Nothing." And he said, "Then don't let it affect you anymore. Get yourself apart from that." Anyway, one day I'm walking the girls to school, and this guy flies out in his fucking BMW the wrong way and comes close to my girls, and I fucking yell at him. I don't know why I yell. I'm not going to do anything. But he stops his car, gets out of his car. He's an older guy. He's like 60, 65 maybe.
You're like, "I got this."
And I have a water bottle in my hand, so I'm like, and it could be used as a weapon. And I go, "Hey, asshole, you're going the wrong way, and you're flying down. You almost hit me and my kids." And he starts yelling, "Fucking 30 years I drive down the street. No one's ever said a fucking word. 30 fucking years. 30 years. This is my street more than it is yours." And I was like, Jesus
No, it
Christ.
isn't.
Yeah.
30 years you've been breaking the law?
A month ago, I saw the guy.
I haven't hit my wife for 30 years. No one's ever said a fucking word about it. Like, this is the dumbest argument ever.
30 years. That's what he said to me. 30 years. This is my
you fucking tattletale.
Yeah. So I see him a month ago. He had a stroke. And he's walking around. They got him in a wheelchair. And I thought, oh, that all caught up to him. I was like, wow. And then I was like, oh, you know what? That's why you don't let people driving the wrong way down your street affect you, because one day you're still fucking worked up 30 years later and you have a fucking stroke.
So you think that you caused the stroke?
I hope I did.
There's a party. That's a big
part of
thing
me.
to admit.
The guy was so aggressive in front of my daughters. I was like, ugh, this is a bad dude. Hey, let's talk about me being a hero, though.
Did you tell him not to fucking drive his wheelchair up the wrong way?
No. No, I didn't.
You can use that if you want.
By the way, I'm already thinking about that come on the face joke, going, how much of that was Bill and how much was me? Can I take that on stage? I got to write a new hour.
Do it. It is your story.
I got to have a new hour by fucking February.
Do it. I don't give a fuck.
Oh my God.
This is a job.
It just started loosening up. You know when a cigar starts loosening up by the bottom?
Oh, yeah. Dude, I have so much shit I have to do after this, too. It's fucking ridiculous.
What do you have to do?
I got to decorate a tree. I got to study for that fucking test.
What test?
I don't know, but can you do that look again? You got to do that in a movie sometime.
What test?
You like this, you went. You You did this little turn.
What test? Helicopter thing?
Yeah.
For real?
I know, it always bugged me one time. You said, like, I would never fly in a helicopter. You said, because it's one bolt. You go, it's one bolt. And I've literally been in my car arguing with you by myself about that. And I say, Bert, it's aviation. It's all one bolt. Yeah. One bolt on anything has taken a plane down.
Yeah.
You can't lose bolts in aviation.
It's not even my thought. It was someone else told me that in a helicopter and fucking panicked me. Dude, we flew in a single engine Cessna, I think.
Dude, if you lose your rear stabilizer in a fucking plane, which one bolt can fucking do that. Yeah. I saw the thing with this, it got stuck. I don't know shit about planes before. You fucking flyboy start giving me shit. You just invert and it's over.
So wait, what test are you taking in helicopters?
It's an instrument thing. It's super egghead shit. I fucking love it, but like it's pushing the boundaries of fucking my mental capacity.
It's so much work. It's so much brain, like, so.
But dude, the reward in the end is just fucking amazing. I flew a buddy of mine who's helping me with my instrument. We flew an A-Star the other day, which is the one that the cops and the news guys fly. Yeah. Compared to what I fly.
You fly the small ones?
Yeah, the light aircraft, which are fucking scary. You know, you go out towards like the desert and stuff, and the wind kind of whips through that right by the Morongo Casino. It gets scary, and I won't get into the whole logistics of semi-rigid versus a fully articulated main rotor system. That's what the fuck you want. So, and this is what this thing had, and it was fucking incredible. It was like life-changing when I flew it.
Really?
I literally said to my wife, like, I wish you knew what the feeling felt like. To pull power and the thing we just fucking.
And so that's the test you're taking, is to fly those?
No, that's the helicopter that I want to someday buy a used one, you know.
Yeah. Get a hangar out in Van Nuys?
Well, no, they can't. They forced everybody out because they don't want any like weekend warrior guys, because they want people with like big jets where they can make all the money on the fuel and stuff. Yeah. So they kind of forced everybody out. So, I mean, I don't know. But I have to tell you though, dude, flying that fucking thing, it was.
Put it in words that I get.
It was, compared to what I'm used to flying, it was like a sports car in the air. How responsive it was, how forgiving it was, the power that you had, the space in it, like, you know, like the space between me and the door was so big, I kept thinking I had the door open, because I'm used to the fucking, I fly this little fucking egg beater, you know? And then also because the main rotor turned the opposite way, so your inputs on your feet are different. They're exact opposite. But my instructor told me the most brilliant thing. He goes, the collective comes up, your left foot comes up. Your left foot just does what that, and it just, because people say, oh, just follow the nose, but it's a weird thing because you have like muscle memory, and then you're also flying something that's more expensive and you don't want to fuck up, and there's people watching, so you get into your head, you're like, what the fuck am I doing? And you have to let go of all of that and just watch the nose. But he just gave me that little thing, so I was able to anticipate it, and I flew like really well with the thing.
Where did you fly to?
We just flew out of Whiteman, which is just north of Burbank, flew down the 5, and then just went out over like Hollywood. But there was like rain coming in, there was all weather coming in, so we had to bring it back. And but it was I can't. It was just the level of power and that was at your fingertips, and how sensitive it was, and just anything that I wanted it to do, it did. It was exhilaration that I haven't felt. Like I can't explain it. It was. Do you know when like in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, when the guys take out the Ferrari and they go over the hill?
Yeah.
And that's what it felt like. It really was fucking. It was like I was grinning ear to ear the whole time I was flying it, and I haven't stopped thinking about it. And it was like a week ago. It was literally like a life-changing moment. Like going. It's you know, getting your pilot's license, dude. It's just like it's one of the biggest privileges you could ever get. Like I can't believe legally I can do this. Yeah. And you just take off, rent one of the things, and you just fly over all this stuff. It's so peaceful, and it's amazing.
We flew to Fresno in a plane, like a single engine, whatever. I forget what it's called, and guy that was there said, how interested are you in flying? I said, very. He said, well, then why don't you help me go through my checklist, and I will help you learn how to fly. We'll get up, I'll let you fly a little bit, keep it at altitude. I'll give you the readings or whatever, keep on direction. And I was so overwhelmed by how much information you had to have